Hi, welcome to Queer Reality Tarot. My name is Ro, and I'm going to be doing 3 collective readings today where you'll be able to pick which reading out of the 3 that you feel the most drawn to. I want to explore the topic of how we're coming to the end of the year of the snake and how we're going to be moving into the year of the horse, the fire horse, and basically, as far as what I understand, starting in February will really be that's when the year of the horse starts. And for a lot of us, I think we've been feeling this sort of quickening of things that need to be shed. It's been a year of shedding, of letting things go, some things that are painful releases. So it's no small task to be going through this that we're going through. And as we have about 2 months left of the year of the snake, just exploring like what are the last bits that need to be let go of before it's like go time in 2026. So I'm going to show you all 3 piles. The first one here we have Ilbe the Retriever. The second one is the Singer of Transfiguration. The third one is the Piper. Ilbe is number 41. The Singer of Transfiguration is 11, and the Piper is 24. So without thinking too hard, just go ahead and choose which pile or which image you're most attracted to, and then I'll be doing a tarot reading for each of those. Okay, so starting with Ilbe the Retriever. Let's see, we'll put Ilbe over here in the corner, watching over us. So I like to use the Muse deck. If you've never used this deck before, instead of having cups, wands, pentacles, and swords, it basically translates what those mean. So it's emotions, inspiration, voice, and materials, I think. Yeah, materials. And also there are no king cards. They instead are muse cards. So that's what makes this deck a little bit different. I'm going to do a 5-card spread that's the common current situation kind of thing. And then 3, I like to call them like medicine cards, sort of like what spirit would recommend you do, sort of. That goes a little beyond just the current situation. Okay, so the current situation, we have 5 of Voices. Recent past, we have the Chariot. Likely future, the Knight of Emotions. And what's underlying that is the 6 of Voices. And then message from Spirit is 9 of Materials. So it's kind of hard to see all of these at once. I'm going to kind of move them around a little bit as we go. So the current situation is the 5 of Voices. So as far as thinking about what needs to be let go, if you chose the Ilbe pile, this card is about conflict. You can see there is an olive branch being extended, and it looks like it's a feeling of like cognitive dissonance, internal struggle. And oftentimes when we are having a struggle with another human, it's oftentimes about ourselves, you know, as far as like stepping into our authentic truth, or this is hard stuff. So basically the current situation is a relationship that causes conflict or cognitive dissonance, or that kind of push and pull that needs to be released. That's kind of my first hit, but I like to look at the other cards to kind of fine tune. That's just generally speaking what this card is. And in this deck, it's got these little people who are, looks like they're meditating. And 5, so Voices would be swords in a more traditional deck. And to me, voices are really about speaking, like ideally in our, like the highest sort of the best version of ourselves. Voices are giving voice to our authentic truth. And when we're off balance, it can kind of be cutting. But sometimes when it's cutting, it's because we're trying to push through something, or we're feeling frustrated, or we don't feel heard. So it can be for a good reason that our voices can sometimes come out cutting. Ideally, it's really coming from this grounded kind of inner truth place. That's kind of, part of the goal of being a human. And some of the medicine in this is to go inside, to get focused, to meditate. So 5 of voices, some conflict with another human or internal conflict. Recent past, it's basically the Chariot. I love this card. Like, you can really see this person, they're harnessing the energy of the horses and this version of the Chariot. It's just, I really see this like strong solar plexus movement forward, and feeling really guided by this kind of your personal North Star. So the fact that the Chariot is like flowing right into the 5 of voices, it really feels like in the recent past, you've really come into your power, or this, I also think of the Chariot as being almost like like decolonized sexual energy, like this pure creation that in no way needs to be like procreative sexual intercourse, but it's more about there's this sexual energy and these new potentials coming from these places in all the different ways that we show up in life. So I feel like in the recent past, there's kind of this really feeling into that movement forward that's very, very strong. And some conflict is kind of getting in the way of that coming forward. So in the likely future, we've got the Knight of Emotions or Cups. This card oftentimes is associated with like romance. I've got a deck where it's got this masculine person with like a bouquet of red roses leaning against a motorcycle ready to swoop you away, like this kind of like very romantic energy. It can also be for yourself. It doesn't have to be romantic with another person, but we've got horse energy again. So this is really this energy of moving forward into this kind of greater version of who you are. So this is really feeling to me like there's a conflict or a person that you're ready to let go of. Or it could be a job. It's like anything that's getting in the way of you really feeling into this full potential. So think about what it is that you recently have really plugged into your power, and what is kind of gunking that movement forward. Because there's so much energy with the Knight of Emotions. And the Knight cards have this adventurous, courageous energy. And then let's look and see what's underlying all this. So if you think about the current situation, this thing you need to unblock, that's not an easy thing usually. The thing that's blocking our like full creative potential movement forward. This card reminds you, the 6 of Voices, that as you express your authentic self, that you are being held. So this little person is you, and this is like you're helping spirits. That might be like, or whatever resonates with you, an angel, a well ancestor, that all of the challenges of saying what you need for yourself to come into your full potential, whatever this thing needs to happen. And as you really like move forward with that courage energy to unblock it, that you're held over those challenging parts, the fear, the pushback from others, maybe self-doubt, like imposter syndrome, that if you surrender, so underlying all this is this energy of needing to surrender to being held, like to your soul goal, to like your destiny. So message from Spirit, the 9 of Materials is about really celebrating how far you've come, like everything that it's taken for you to get to this realization period, like basically swimming in all of the movement, all of these things that you've done in 2025 or the last several years or in your life, whatever got you here, to celebrate that. Take a moment to dance in it, to swim in it, to just really celebrate in it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the 3 medicine cards. So this is basically like what Spirit would say to focus on now as you unblock. How do you unblock whatever that is? So these are the 3 medicine cards. So we have the Page of Voices. You've gotten a lot of voices or swords here. Ace of Swords or voices, and then the Emperor card. So we started with a major arcana, we're ending with a major arcana. So basically the medicine for you, the Page of Voices is, so this is air, the element of air. And sometimes that can be like so many ideas. It can almost be almost like can be overstimulated, but it's really about, and it's got the mountains down here. So there's a balance of air with groundedness. And to me, the energy of the page is kind of like for a lot of us when we first move out of our family home, there's this sort of like, just like the night, there's sort of a similar energy of kind of this pure enthusiasm of potential. So this is about really feeling into your brilliant mind and thinking outside of the box, and like noticing patterns that you've been in and how ways that you could do things differently and play with basically creating new patterns. So really just think outside of the box and feel into that kind of like enthusiastic, fresh energy of new life, which really goes with this, because now we have the Ace of Voices, which is a new cycle. This is a new way of expressing yourself, how you walk, how you dress, how you talk, all these things, a new cycle of that, really putting out your flags of who you are, not hiding that, which fits so well into the Emperor card, because the Emperor card is, it's number 4, it's the square, it's stability, it's like holding it down, like holding space. It's about being the conductor, like being a leader, really feeling into your, and once again, you have mountains. We have mountains on both sides. So we have air and mountains. So this is about like, I mean, the term divine masculine has been so equated with gender and sex and genitalia. So stepping out of that idea and just feeling into this energy of like divine protector and supporter of helping others be the best they can be, and to do that for yourself. So, I mean, this is really beautiful. So how do you unblock? A lot of this is really just about holding it down for yourself. And we've got a lot of voices going on here. So really learning and practicing speaking up for your divine self, for your true self. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so let me just shuffle these, get these in here real quickly. And next we have the Singer of Transfiguration. Okay, so this is the next. So we're going to do the same spread. Just going to shuffle these a little bit. So once again, just a reminder, if you are listening to all of these, you didn't just skip ahead, we're thinking about, oh, you just got a little bonus card. Let's go ahead and get that one out there. We're thinking about what needs to be shed, as we have 2 more months left in the year of the snake. It's February something or other where we're going to switch into the fire horse. Okay, so we got the bonus card. Okay, so current situation. We got another 5. This is so, oh, what? We got the Chariot again. Oh man, another major arcana card. Oh, 4 of Voices. Wow. Oh my God, another major arcana. We got the Lovers. Okay. Wow. So, see, the tarot never ceases to surprise me. So once again, before we had a block, a 5 of Swords. I think it was 5 of Swords. Yeah. And so once again, we have a 5, and in tarot, that's the thing that needs to get, like the hurdle that we need to get over. It's like the challenge in our lives. It's kind of our soul goal to get to the other side. So once again, we have recent past realizing this sort of like in case you did skip ahead, I mean, I'll say the whole thing, but the previous folks got the exact same recent past card. So this card is about just really feeling into your North Star of what you're here to do, your solar plexus, that pure like creation energy, and how it's just being harnessed with this really strong horse energy, movement forward. This is a very powerful movement card. Like, I mean, honestly, this is like the fire horse card. We could say this is like the card for 2026, maybe. So in the recent past, you've really realized and felt into this thing that you really are moving into. That's a part of like your most authentic self, the version of you and what you came here to do. So the current situation is what's blocking you, and what, or let's say what could be shed as we go into 2026, is this feeling of being left out of being supported in the material world. So this could be relationship, health, job, maybe the home you're in, money stuff, anything that's making you feel like I'm locked out. So the deck, the Rider Waite Smith deck, whatever that is, it looks like a mother with a child, I think. They're outside of a church, like huddling in the snow. And then there's like stained glass glowing from this church. And they think they're locked out of the church, but it's a church. You can go in there anytime and get some hot soup, you know? So this card is basically this person just feels like they're locked out of access to being held by the material world. And this card, this deck, the black stripes are like movement forward. And this is like helping spirit or an angel or whatever that's in you, or a well ancestor that's trying to be like, honey, wake up, like walk right in there. And there's a whole garden of, there's everything you could possibly need. So this is very much a belief that needs to be let go of, a belief that you don't deserve to be in the gate, a belief that you never will get in that gate. It's making me think of how, you know, sometimes it can feel like, man, is my phone just constantly bugging me, like recording me, because I'll mention like some random ass thing and then I go onto my phone and then it's advertising that for me. Well, the same thing as I've had happen with thoughts, you know, like that recently I've been like, wait, how do I want to get some pictures printed. How do we do that nowadays? And then suddenly I have something in my Gmail. I didn't say it out loud. I have something in my Gmail that's like Snapfish, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh yeah, Snapfish. Yeah. So, but basically we have to be aware of, I don't want to like spiritually bypass and be like that whole manifestation bullcrap. But that being said, it is like paying attention to what beliefs are not correct, you know, because oftentimes there's a little more we have in control than we think we do. And gratitude can also be another good way to help get in there wherever you can find it. Okay, so that's the thing that needs to be let go of, is some belief that you're locked out of access to something within the material world. So, and this is really related to the other reading too, where it was like new beginnings. Oh, and I'm getting nudged to bring this card in. So the belief is the belief to kind of move into, we have the page of materials, we have page energy again, which we had in the last reading, the number one, folks, one card. So this one is basically like, pay attention to the things that are in your imagination for what you want to have in the material world. Really pay attention to what those are, and have that like that kind of just moved out of the home, really like excited and energized about so much potential, because this card is about imagining something and then it coming to life in the three-dimensional world. So that's a medicine for this, wherever you can. You know, some things aren't possible, but some things are. So where is the wiggle room for your agency to start feeling into the pattern of you're not locked out? It's about feeling into those patterns wherever we can. And then this is another energy that was in the first reading, which is the Fool card, this new energy, this fresh energy, new start, new cycle. You've been on this journey. And this also, like the page energy, has this really open, childlike wonder. The Fool card is traditionally, or in like more in the past, was not zero. It actually was the card right before the World, the final major arcana card. So this card to me is also about humility. As we, when we're adults, we think we know everything, we have everything figured out. This is a card that reminds us we don't know shit. And that when we feel into I don't know anything, there are potentials that can really open up. So what's underlying this? This is the card, Four of Voices. We have voices again. We got a lot of voices card in the first spread, a lot of voices cards. So this is the card of burnout. So this person just really needs to relax, take a bath in the cosmos with rose petals, connect to spirit, to the earth, whatever gets you kind of outside of some of these physical thinking patterns. So underneath this is you need to treat yourself. Go to the hot springs if you can. And then the Lover's card is up at the top. So this is message from spirit or well ancestor. And I feel like this is tied in. This is about when we think about the medicine to feeling locked out, this is about treating yourself, falling in love with yourself, treasuring yourself, finding balance, gratitude. Yeah, but it's really about having some romance with yourself, which is interesting because that came up in the last reading too. So there's some patterns here, the magic and of that kind of like romantic energy, be it with ourself or with another person. Okay, let's do 3 medicine cards. So this is what Spirit recommends. Oh my God, and we got an ace in that same spot. Oh my God, and we got that card too. Okay, this is wild. So this is just like when tarot reiterates, it's just, this is in the collective. You know, we have little unique versions of this, but it's really similar messages. So the medicine is, this is like the wish card, the 9 of emotions or the 9 of cups. So here's like a little genie lamp, you know, that you rub for 3 wishes. This card is really about when you think about what it is that you want to bring into reality, to get really focused and some kind of moving away from I don't have, to what is it that I want to bring to life? Getting very specific, write it down. So get really specific about what it is you wish for. This is Ace of Emotions. This is a new cycle of how you relate to your emotions, to your body. What is blocked in you emotionally when we think about this card? It's probably something you picked up in childhood, a belief about how you're locked out or there's not enough. So this is about birthing into a new way of feeling your emotions. What needs to be let go out of your body? Go dance, go swim, and once again, make some new patterns of how you relate to yourself and to others. And then this card was in the last one, the Page of Voices. We have the page energy again, along with the Fool. This is energy of enthusiastic openness to new ideas, thinking outside of the box, but grounded in reality. So it's kind of like a mature version of what's the world you want to create for yourself. I say mature as in it's not like the spiritual bypass thing, like, oh, I can just ask for whatever I want. This is a very like, what is it that I want to do? And I know I can do it, and believing in yourself and being grounded in reality, but having fun with it, thinking outside of the box. Okay. And now we're going to do the last one. We've got the Piper. Let's get these cards mixed in here. And if you just skipped ahead to this chapter, I want to reiterate that we are doing a spread on what it is that you are ready to let go of as we transition from the year of the snake to the year of the fire horse. What is it that you are ready to let go of? to shed? What snake skin are you slipping out of? Oh, you got a bonus card. 5 of inspiration. We got some wands coming in. Okay. Let me just shuffle these a little bit more. Okay. Okay, so current situation. Oh, nice. 3 materials. Recent past. Likely future. Wow, we got 9, 3, 3. Oh my gosh, 5 materials again. What's underlying? Message from spirit. Oh, holy crap. 3, 3, 3. Oh my God. Okay, so for you, this is all about your relationships, your friendships. It could be your family. This is about the people that you, some of the people that you surround yourself with. Okay. Oh my God, this is incredible. So the 3 of materials, this is about the people that you collaborate with. So the current situation is either you are, it seems like, well, you're either really craving this or you're in it. So I would say for most of you, it's that you're in it, that you have this collaboration. And with that collaboration, you're braiding all this movement into one beautiful braid. So that's the current situation. The recent past is, this card is like getting very near the finish line. Like look at how just embodied and there's no imposter syndrome in this person. They're just really, they've come a long way. They feel very good in their bodies as far as like in alignment with what they've wanted to do, what they wanted to create. Inspiration are the wands. And here's this kind of final push. So it's basically like something you've been working on creating in community. And in the near future, this is basically saying you've lined all these things up and it's just ready to. So we've got another wand. You've got 2 wands. So you've worked really hard. You've been working with other people and the dominoes are ready to. Oh, interesting. Okay. Actually, I'm getting a nudge that it could be time to do things a little on your own. So it could be letting go of depending on others and stepping more into believing in yourself. And I mean, it's always great to work with other people, right? But we're thinking about something to shed or let go of. Or it could be that it's time for you to work with different people. So this is really feels like an assessment of who are you collaborating with? Who are you doing life with? And so that could be family, work. Underlying all this is feeling not supported by the earth, by the world. Like this is feeling locked out of access. And the fact that this is under the 3 of materials, the nudge that I was getting, I feel like this really aligns with it. That there might be this feeling of like, oh, that's not for me to step into that. Like I need to depend on other people because I could never do it. So there's some underlying belief that needs to be let go of. And so, or something needs to change within this dynamic as far as like maybe you're given more authority or more creative license. So definitely relating to like people you're in a relationship with, because here it got reiterated by spirit. So this is interesting because we think of like this is the current situation, whoever you're collaborating with or in relationship with on a regular basis, and then we just drop this card right over it where we have the 3 of emotions. And this card, even though this person looks like the same person, this card really is about who is your soul family, like your chosen family. These are the people that you so trust. And honestly, this card doesn't even have to fully all be 3D people. It could be, for some people, it could be like a couple of well ancestors or like jaguar and whale, So, but this is about really assessing who you want to be in energetic collaboration with and what needs to be let go of, what belief is getting in the way of you fully stepping into your creative power. And then the bonus card you got, this card is about, this is another, actually like a bonus medicine card. This is saying, oh, and it's another, oh, this is a 5. Oh my gosh. We got another 5 here. So this is another hurdle to get over. So this is saying another thing you, besides letting go of like a belief that you're locked out of whatever you seek for safety and security and joy in this lifetime. So letting go of that belief that you're locked out of that. There's also, it's time to let go of comparing yourself to others. So no more comparing yourself to others. Well, they do it that way, and so I shouldn't, or they have that, so I don't. This card is about being grateful for what you do have, for honoring the gifts that you have, and just dropping competition or comparison. Okay, so let's do 3 more medicine cards. Oh, beautiful. 6 materials. Another Knight of Emotions. Getting a lot of horse energy for everybody. And oh, wow. Okay, we're just, this is reiterating this card. So the medicine from spirit or well ancestor, whatever is your higher self, whatever you believe in. So as you step into your creative genius, we got another wand. You're getting a lot of wands here. 3 wands. The 6 of materials is about balancing giving and receiving. So this could be money. It can be like what you're charging or what you're, how much energy you're giving, like finding balance. It can be just how, if you're thinking in collaboration, how much energy are you giving to the group versus how much are you keeping for yourself? So this is asking you to reassess if you're off balance, giving too much, taking too much, like just finding that balance. The Knight of Emotions, this is like the romance card. This is the Knight energy has a lot of energy behind it. It's magnetic. It's has sparks. This is recommending basically that you focus on kind of romancing yourself. So spending less energy focusing on this collaborative group and spending more time like take yourself out to dinner. And this could be part of the balance too, as far as what you're giving, what you're receiving. Take yourself out to dinner if you can. Buy yourself a little something, even if it's, at a freaking garage sale, but just treat yourself, love on yourself, be romantic with yourself. And this card is not joking around. We got another wands. This card is about really stepping out of your comfort zone and into the unknown. So this is kind of like you've been in this kind of comfortable place. I have another deck where it has somebody who's in an apartment and they're looking out this big window and they have a map and they're just going to like pick a space or a place on the map and they're going to go. But there's this kind of like freaky feeling, a scary feeling we can get where we're sitting in our comfort zone, but we want to go out there, but it's kind of scary. So it's also about, as you are stepping into whatever your creative power is, like whatever you're bringing and really spending more energy focusing on that you're going to have to be a little brave, kind of push yourself out of the nest a little bit, but it's very, very exciting. Okay, so that is the pick a card reading for today as we move from the year of the snake into the year of the horse. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like. I'm just starting doing these. I'm a tarot reader in person and I'm starting to widen my scope and start doing them online. So if you're interested in a reading, there's a link there you can book with me. So yeah, thank you so much for listening, and I wish you the smoothest possible transition into the year of the horse. Thank you.